Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. So today's video is a super fun collab with one of the most genuine, kindest, most supportive women on the platform, my friend Anne P. She's from, her channel is called Anne P Makeup and More, and she is just amazing. If you're after very honest, upfront advice, product reviews, all of the above, then please check out her video. We are collabing today on this fun video of our top 10 makeup brands. So I'm going to be doing a countdown from number 10 to number 1. When you've finished here, please go over to Anne's channel and check out hers. I wonder how many of ours are the same. And before I get started, try and guess, see how many you can guess. Top 10 brands, what do you think? Who's going to be the winner? Who do you think? Pause it now, don't cheat. I will know, I'll find out. But let me know who you think is in my top spot. Let me know who else you think is going to be in my top 10. Who can say? Well, me, because I've written them down here. So in 10th place, one that has had my heart for a while now. It's lived in my heart and head rent-free since I was like 13, and it's MAC. I know that they've kind of gone off the boil a little with things lately, but I feel as though they're staples. I still use their cleanse off oil. I still love their blushes. I still love their lipsticks. I feel like their basics have just never gone out of style. I feel like MAC will always rule the lipstick world. I feel like they will always have great lipsticks and just every shade under the sun. They're super inclusive. I just feel like they've got so much going for them, and because they were like the first high-end brand I ever tried and owned much from, they just have a special place for me in my heart. And yeah, I feel like there's brands now that I prefer, 9 in fact, but there's just something about MAC's like staples that will just never go out of fashion. Number 9, a new brand that I'm starting to just really be impressed by, and it's Makeup by Mario. Obviously, as a makeup artist, I followed him for a very long time and he's super talented. So I was very hopeful that his brand when he came out would be amazing, but you just never really know, do you? I love the fact that he makes it so easy for us to shop there from the UK and lots of other countries. His delivery, his customer service is amazing, which I think is just priceless really for such a young brand as well. You know, they've got time to learn and grow and improve things, but they started out smashing it. And yeah, I feel like most things that I've tried, there's been a couple of duds, but mostly because they're just not my type of product. But yeah, some amazing products from the brand, and I'm super excited to see what else he comes out with. In 8th place, one that probably would have been like in the top 3 a couple of years ago, but has certainly slipped down the rankings, and it is ABH. I mean, I feel like it's been a really long time since my heart started beating when I saw like an upcoming release from the brand. I feel like they kind of lost their way a little bit. You know, they've had a few issues when it comes to their response to things and just their customer service and their handling of stuff. And I just feel like they may have slightly lost their way. They went through a phase of like releasing stuff and new palettes and collabs like every 10 seconds. To then releasing nothing, and then the whole Norvina side, like I feel like they really lost their way and they need to go back to what they were doing before, because if it ain't broke, why have you tried to fix it? Because it's, yeah. But yeah, for me, they have some amazing products. Their eyeshadow palettes in that mid-range price bracket are amazing. Love them. Their foundation is fantastic. I love a lot of their complexion products, bronzers, blushes, highlights, of course. I think they've got so many great products, but at the same time, I just feel like they're trying too much to just constantly evolve. So they've definitely like slipped down. Like I feel like 2 or 3 years ago, they'd have been in the top, certainly the top 5. So they've definitely slipped some places. In number 7 spot, a very newcomer, but I mean, and again, this brand could be higher, but because I've only got, what, 3 products from the brand, I feel like I can't put them any higher. But if they keep going like this, they're going to be right up there. And it's Gucci. Their foundation, absolutely love it. Their bronzer, holy grail status. I just still feel like while they're really just getting started with their launches, they have just ticked all my boxes, and I'm just living. I just want more. I want blushes. I want highlights. I want more. I just want more. I just want it all, because the things that I've tried so far, while they be only a couple of things, they are like instant holy grail status. So clearly they're doing something right. I also really appreciate that as they are like a real luxury brand, that their shade range is very decent, very decent. You don't, I mean, you just don't expect, I mean, we should by now expect it, but we all too often will see luxury brands come out with 10 shades that are all the same, kind of around porcelain and ivory and cool things of that nature. But, you know, Gucci has definitely moved forwards as far as shade ranges, and coming out with numerous shades of bronzer especially is really, really a great thing. So yeah, for lots of reasons, Gucci has taken off on my list. Number 6. This was a tricky one. I feel like the next 3 brands were all like, ooh, battling it out. But number 6 is Chanel. Again, a brand that I'm fairly, my West Country came out then. Again, a brand that is fairly new to my collection. Like, I don't think I owned anything from Chanel a year ago. It's just never really been my cup of tea until recently. I started off, you know, with their blushes, which are just gorgeous. I tried my first foundation from Chanel just at the end of last year, and yeah, I think so far everything I've tried has really aligned with like my preferences, my skin type, and my just aesthetic when it comes to makeup, of being, you know, natural skin, like glowy, your face but better. Not just your skin, your face, but better. Their eyeshadows don't really appeal to me because they're just all very samey, and I just hate those like domed 4-pack. I just don't. I don't like it. It reminds me of like the Bourjois pots with the little, you know, foam sponge applicator, and I feel like Chanel should be doing better than that. It's not kind of my thing, but yeah, and I've tried their mascara as well. It's a really, really nice one. I feel like it's one that I want to keep trying more from, and yeah, it could go either way. It could go up or down this year. We'll see. Now, number 4 and number 5, I switched them back and forth 100 times, and yeah, I'm still in my head thinking, is this the right order? It's very, very hard. It's hard because they have a lot of the same products that I love. In number 5 spot, it's Laura Mercier. Oh, blushes, like, amazing. Foundation, fantastic. I've loved a lot of stuff from Laura Mercier. I need to try more, and I feel like for me it's like foundation and blush is everything, and I haven't tried a lot else. Her tinted moisturizer as well, amazing, love it. So yeah, there's definitely building a collection here, and I've got I've got like 5 of her blushes. I love them. I love every single one. In fact, I'm wearing Chai today. It's just, again, it's a makeup brand that kind of fits with what I want, that natural skin-like luminosity. Love it. The reason I put it below the one I'm about to say, and I wonder how many of you can guess which other brand was neck and neck with Laura Mercier, is just because I have less. I feel like it's less versatile as far as what I have in my collection from that brand. So the other brand just gazumped it. So in number 4, it is NARS. I mean, they just are never really off my radar. I obsess and rave about their cheek products all the time. Again, their blushes, bronzers, highlights, their face palettes, cheek palettes, I die. Their packaging is like nobody else is doing what they do with their packaging. It's incredible. I love so many of their formulas. I just got started after they gifted me some of their lip products, and they've got amazing lip products. I just love it. And again, amazing foundations, amazing concealers. They've got so many products that people just love and are staples. And again, I feel like I'm only just scratching the surface with NARS, and more is coming. And I just, yeah, I'm really growing to love the brand. Now in 3rd place, this brand could easily be first if they would sort out but one thing, and it's their customer service. You know exactly what brand it's going to be, don't you? You know exactly who I'm talking about. It's Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath, as far as, I mean, everything, mascara, I've got half a face of Pat McGrath on right now, as it happens. Her eyeshadows, her foundations, her concealer, her powder, her mascara, her lip products, her highlights, literally everything from that brand is like beyond. It's glorious, all of it. I live for it. I live for the packaging. I live for the luxurious quality, feel, performance of everything that woman puts out. But the customer service just kills it all dead for me. I really want to stop like buying from her website, but given that only some of her products sometimes arrive on Selfridges here, I've got no choice but to shop from her website unless I just don't buy her products anymore, and I just can't do it. I feel like any other brand on this list, if their customer experience was like it is at Pat McGrath for me and has been, I would have just stopped shopping there, but I just can't live without the brand. I'm just obsessed. Everything is just amazing. I love all of it. But the, 3 weeks to get anything from her website, the constant messing around with limited edition and not, the absolute nightmare of launches, like orders getting cancelled left, right and centre. It's just, all of it is just such a mess. And I just wish and hope and pray that 2021 is the year they sort it out. And I know, guys, you email me all the time saying, oh, I think they've really sorted it out because I received my order in 3 days. But for every one of those messages I get 10 more telling me they had their order cancelled. It's taken 6 weeks to arrive and it's just crazy. But yeah, back to the point. I digress. But yeah, I mean, third place solely because that is so important, the customer experience, the way that it goes when you order from the brand. But yeah, would be, if we were just talking about the products, they'd be top, but customer service matters. So in second place, I mean, you must know what the next two brands, I'm pretty confident you can easily guess which two it is. And I'm pretty sure most of you will know which order it's going to go in. So in second place, it is Natasha Nona. I mean, she can almost do no wrong. I still do remember her concealer. I haven't forgotten that. It still haunts me to this day. It lives in my head rent-free, what that looked like, her concealer on me. But other than that one product, I love and have loved just everything. Everything she puts out speaks to me. The packaging, it just gets better and better. I feel like her products get better and better. Other than, complexion, bizarrely, foundation and concealer, I have something from her brand that I'm obsessed with and that I love and that is knocked out the park. I think, her contour powder, love it. Her eyeshadows, obviously obsessed. Her lip products, I haven't actually tried yet, but I hear amazing things. That's next on my list. Her highlights are just insane. Her cheek palettes, they're just like nothing else that I own. I love it all. Whenever I see a sneak peek, a launch coming from Natasha Nona, I'm excited. It's still, even now in 2021, with all the makeup we've seen and purchased and tried, that one of the few brands that I still is like, my heart just starts pounding out my chest when I see something new coming from her, because I know it's going to be amazing. So you know what it is. You know who's at number one. If you don't, this must be your first day here. I don't know what to tell you, because you must know. Number one, of course, who is it? Shout it out. You know who's number one. It's Charlotte Tilbury. I just love them. I love them. And as much as what I can say about Natasha Nona and Pat McGrath, when we talk about this three-way battle between these three female-owned brands, what Charlotte Tilbury, I mean, one, yes, she's got a product in every category I love. Primer, foundation, concealer, no, okay, maybe not concealer. Powder, bronzer, highlight, blush, mascara, eyeshadow. She's got amazing products in every which category. I find her to be one of the most inclusive brands. And I feel like that really doesn't get acknowledged that much, because I feel like actually, yes, her foundation shade range could be improved, but she has made huge leaps forward with that. But yeah, it still could be improved more. But when we talk about inclusivity, it's more than just foundations. It's bronzers, highlights, it's eyeshadows, it's everything. And I feel like she has ranges within each of those products, with her blushes as well, coming out with multiple shades of bronzer and even improving those like her powder shade range, which has been such a success, to be adding shades constantly in there. The fairest bronzer that I remember seeing with her light shade and her airbrush bronzer, and super deep blushes, deeper highlights, deep bronzers, and not just skin tone either. She's always uses mature models on her website and on her Instagram, which I think, I don't see many brands I could even name one that does that as often, as frequently as Charlotte Tilbury does. So yeah, I just think there's so much to love about the brand. Aside from just the products, the packaging is divine and the customer service is also amazing. And I love that they have, you know, samples with everything. Their delivery is always super fast, and they're again making moves to be more sustainable with recycling their packaging and all of that. So I feel like, yeah, I mean, I could go all day, but let's just say that's my #1 brand, okay? I think I've made my point. Points were made. So there you have it. Those are my top 10 brands and my reasons why. I would love to know what your top 10 brands are and why, and how well you did with guessing what mine were going to be. Were you expecting these 10? Are there any that I left out that you're surprised by? I mean, it was super hard. There were definitely some brands like Patrick Tar. I wanted to include Patrick Tar, but then I was like, realistically, I've only tried like 2 products from the brand, so I felt like that was pushing it a little bit. But yeah, there was definitely lots of brands that were very close, and there's probably some that I've just completely forgotten. Whoops. So please go and check out Anne's video now, and let's all go and see. I'm going to go and watch hers straight away and see what she has put for her top 10 and see if we have any the same. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye 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 bye.